Hello, I am Kiatrik. I am a trainer for making games with Construct 2. I am a moderator on Skara.com forums. I'm an indie game maker and game designer enthusiast. I'm making this video tutorial today for Envato gamedev Tuts Plus. We can reuse the layout level 1 and make other levels out of it, which we will be doing in an instance. But first, I need to set an end level. I will cancel because I'm not in the correct layer. Be sure to select the action layer. Make a new sprite, resize 16 by 16. Take your color, whatever. Paint it, it's okay. And we will name it end level. And the end level is actually an object that will allow us to set the level as completed. And we also want, like for the enemy spawns, to be invisible at first. In the mechanics, add an event, end level, and I will just want to check is on screen. And from the moment end level is on screen, I will want to change the game state to 2, because obviously my level is completed, the player has won. And so it means I will also use the TXTNext, set it to visible, but I will change what the TXTNext is saying. This will depend on the next level, if we have more levels to come or not. Back to ES title screen, add a global variable and name it level max. And for now I will make it 3. And right there in ES mechanics, go back, add a sub-event and check. Compare two values, and I will want to see if level plus 1 is less or equal level max. If it is, it means I just want to go to the next level, and so press return for next level. But it also means that if level plus 1 is greater, is strictly greater actually, then level max is the end of the game, and press return to go back to the title. And I also want to add a new line, and congratulations, you scored, and score, and points. This is pretty interesting. And right now, on return pressed, but game state is equal to 2. So that means when the level is finished, I still need to check if the level will be okay or not. If I still have levels to use, I will go and add 1 to level and go to layout, level, and level. You can notice that I'm not using space right there, and that the name of my layout hasn't a space either. So level 2, level 3, etc. All other levels will also need to use the very same syntax, or it won't work. Because right now I'm really trying to get to level 1 without other space or whatever. And on the other hand, when the level is max, what I want to go is to go to the layout title screen. Human player pressed return on certain game states, death and win. Here it is. Fine. While completing the capex to finish this video tutorial, I went into a bug during level changes. Event 42, on return pressed, there was a system go to layout at this level, and it is a bug. So remove it, and then the whole game and levels will play as expected. I would just need to first handle the score, obviously, because I haven't so far. So on the score itself, I want pretty much to score when I'm hitting an enemy. So bullet is overlapping enemy. I will add there to score enemy.type +1 multiplied by dt. So not dt, but actually I will add the bullets dot animation frame +1. The score will depend on the strength of the bullets and the type of enemy, and I will score every time I hit an enemy. I will also score every time I hit a bullet, but there I will only add one, simple one. And on enemy death, I think I want also to add some score, and it will be, so enemy death, it's there, or on destroyed. Let's put it here. Enemy type +1 multiplied by 100. I think it will be okay. Yeah. Anyway, once again, it's a formula you can tweak and adapt to what you want. You can add some score more or less. It's up to you. I'm really focusing on the technical aspect of making the game, not the game design aspect of what really does feel good. What feels good is what you, by testing and thinking your game, are up to. So it's up to you. Last thing I want to do before moving on, I will need to remember from a layout to another at what weapon force my player is. So I have it here as an instance variable, but from a layer to another the object will be destroyed and this value will be lost. So I will add another global variable right there that I will name store weapon force, which is a variable to keep the value, the current weapon strength from a layout to another. And what I also will do is that on start of layout I want to set value weapon force to store weapon force. So at the beginning it's 0, so we are fine, but we will also want at the end of our level, right there in the winning, to set the value store weapon force to player dot weapon force. So at the end the value that is stored in the player at the end of the level will be passed to the global variable, and on the next layout it will be applied directly to the player sprite, so you will be under the impression that the weapon, the force of the weapon has been stored and is just passing seamlessly from a layout to another. I also want to add some score when I'm picking up a pickup, so add score 500. It will be fine. So okay, and now what I can do is make a new level, and to do so I will select my level 1, right click it, duplicate, rename it level 2. If I open it, it's there, but you can also see that event sheet none is attached, and I want to attach ES mechanics, because ES mechanics is made so that it will work with pretty much any layout of type level I'm doing, because it has the same elements, it's working about the same. Here is my error. I don't need to put back the score to 0 right there in the game state 2. But yes, it's working. I have a level 1, I've went to a level 2. Here there is something interesting I want to show you. In the tile background, which is our... no, actually it's rather right there. I will modify and put and change the parallax values from one to another, and I will also take the background and slightly change its opacity, but I will also need to change the color of the background there, and it will give us a different level from one another. I need to put the level, oh yeah, it's a bit too far away. Not too much, because you have to make sure that all the objects that all the enemies that will be spawned by the last spawn enemy object will have gone out of the screen before reaching the end of layout. So from the start again. I'm going to the next level, which is at the moment exactly pretty much the same, because I haven't changed the enemy spawns, etc. I will leave it up to you. Now I'm missing the sounds in this, so it will be quite simple actually. I've prepared a few sounds. Let's import the sounds. In the projects tab, right click on the sound folders and import sounds. It will be in the SFX, and I will want the dardest, shoot and win for now. Import. I've had some warnings, but as you can see the files have been converted, so it's not really a big deal. And I will also need to add some audio object. So I'm going back to my title screen, adding a new object and checking for the audio. Here it is. In the mechanics, then in shooting. When I'm setting the cooldown to 0, I will be also adding play, shoot. It's not looping. Volume 0 is actually the more it's 100% of volume, so it's okay. It will be full a full volume, and the tag shoot. So from now on, when I be shooting, you will hear some sound going on. I've also want to add some sounds when I have some hits. So let's go to the bullets there. Here it is. Bullet is overlapping enemy, audio, play, hit, not looping, and the tag hit. Do I want the same for the bullets? Yes, I want the same for the bullet enemy. And also I want to play another sound there when my player is dead. Death. So there, it's all fine. I want to play a sound. So right there, I will Control plus C when I'm overlapping a pickup. Control plus V. Win. Pickup. But I also want it when I'm pressing. Yeah, right there. Win. So now I have sounds playing, but I will need to preload those sounds. So I'm going back to title screen, and there I will add an audio preload action and actually preload all my 4 sounds. Hit, shoot, and win. I will also add a little trick, if you will, which is that the keyboard can only be pressed if and only if audio preloads complete. And as a matter of better interface, I will also want to add a new text object right there in white as usual, and centered as well. It's okay, text, I will just leave it to text because it's my last text. I don't really know how to name it, and I will add there text, set text, sounds download in progress, and I will add another event that when the preload is complete, and that I want us also to only happen once. So system trigger once while true. I will change the text there to press return to start, which gives more informations, which is always nice. And of course I will also add text font face bitte in bold. Alright, so it should be fine. Here it is, press return to start. And I do have sounds. I do have score. And I do have death. So okay, it's pretty much working. I think I've set it everything I wanted to. Yes, indeed. So next video is about the boss fight. See you in the next video.